Hello, well this is Sidi Kaouki, and that's the bus. We've just got off from Essaouira. We've been there all day. A bit of a full disclosure actually. This video was filmed this morning, but I got to review it and there was something wrong with the SD card, so I had to format the SD card and start again, which was a bit of a pain in the arse because I did the sort of orientation on the park as well. So I'm just covering it up with my hand because it's really windy. Yeah, Sidi Kaouki, right? The reason why, look at that. The reason why we're staying at Sidi Kaouki, which is about 11 miles, 12 miles down the coast from Essaouira, is because we've been told, third party and also read on Park for Night and Overlander, that they're only allowing motorhomes and camper vans to do day parking only in Essaouira. And sorry, dogs just run by me and surprised me. And basically I just didn't want the risk of having the knock at 10:30, 11 o'clock at night by a copper or by someone else to say, right, you need to move on, and then the campsite that we're staying at now in Sidi Kaouki being closed because the guy actually closes the gates at 9:30 and then goes into his house. So rather than have the risk of getting the knock and having nowhere to go, we took the decision to come to Sidi Kaouki, and it's actually really nice. Now the thing about daytime parking, that might be true or it might not be true, but like I said, I just didn't want to take the risk. It's really windy here, but Essaouira is renowned for the wind. Look at the kite surfers, got the quad bikes on them, and they got the camels, more quad bikes and horses. So we, like I said before, the campsite, the motorhome campsite that we stayed at last night, we arrived about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, not much later than that. And then we had a quick look around the campsite. I did loads of editing because there's Wi-Fi there. And then we got our heads down, got up this morning, and then went into Essaouira. And what I'll do is I'll put that video, or those videos, after this, because it'll make more sense that way around. But like I said before, I did the videoing of the motorhome park this morning, got onto the bus and then reviewed it, and it had just frozen. Basically, when I took the SD card out of the GoPro and put it in the card reader to transfer the information onto my laptop to edit it, it does something to the card, and I need to remember to format the card in the GoPro when I've put it back in, because otherwise it just freezes, which is a pain in the arse. But however, it's not the end of the day, because you know we'll still have to walk back here, so it's not footage that is gone forever. There is some footage from yesterday from the mayhem driving through some of the market towns, but I'm sure there'll be more market towns. So I'm going to show you the videos of Essaouira. Absolutely fantastic. You know, there's a reason why it's on the list of places you need to go to in Morocco. It's probably up there, 1 or 2. Spectacular. Sidi Kaouki is, you know, I think there's about 3 campsites here, as in motorhome places. Yeah, there's about 3. The horses, they're lovely, aren't they? But this view and this ocean, the whole coastline is so picturesque. But there's a hell of a difference between, you know, the very poor and the very rich, and there doesn't seem to be much in between. Like over to the left here, I mean, there are really posh holiday lets, and then you go into Sidi Kaouki itself, and there's there's slums basically in one or two of the areas. Nice to have a camel ride on the beach, wasn't it? Yeah, Casbah, where it's called. It's very nice, isn't it? You alright? So at the campsite we're going to now, I found it on Park for Night, or either that or iOverlander. Camping Sidi Kaouki Alley, Shez Alley, and that's where we are over there. If you can still hear me. So you come in on the right hand side, there's some houses, or you can stay out, and then I reckon there's about 20, if not 30 bays, motorhomes, all with hookup, all with access to toilets, so that's pot washing, clothes washing, and in here is the facilities. So you got the clean showers with a dry floor, which is really rare from what we've witnessed. Sinks clean, and then the Western toilets with flushes that are clean. So like I said, I don't usually show you the facilities, but this is worthwhile because this is definitely a place, if we're coming in the area, definitely a place we'd stay again. It is very, very windy, but that's fine. I mean, we haven't got a pot top, and Wendy's just opened the door for the motorhome with the alarm on. So this is a grey waste dump, and then the black waste dump is off to over there. This is where we are. New motorhome over there, they've just arrived, and that's reception straight ahead of you. So as you go into the medina, it's another hive of activity. It seems not as hassled, actually. Check them army trousers out. Oh my god, how the hell did they get over here? Yeah, it seems quieter. Maybe it's just because we're early on in the day. Less hassled. There's definitely more Westerners around than there was in Casablanca, and also what's the place just up the coast from Casablanca we stayed the other night? Usually that Rabat. Yeah, in Rabat it was mad, and in Casablanca it was busy. This seems to be more tranquil. Right, we're going to have a walk about and see what's what.
Essaouira, Essaouira, Magadour, Mon Amour, Michael Jackson, rappelons le moteur. Aïcha côté moi, Aïcha le monde, Aïcha ciao ciao. Aïcha des gazelles, Aïcha les sardines.
So you get these little enclaves to the right and to the left of the medina, but it's noticeable that there's so many Westerners in Essaouira. It comes as quite as a surprise, you know, when you've been travelling through a country and you've just not seen Westerners in Rabat or Casablanca or places like that. And then there's so many people who speak English or German or French, obviously Westerners, that it's really unusual. It comes as a surprise. Right, we're going to walk back into the Medina. I've had a lovely little coffee and an orange juice and a sit down, and now we're going to get back into the Medina and walk down to the ramparts. Oops, oh my god, sorry mate. Obviously getting a little bit busy now as the day goes on, I suppose, and people start coming out. But there's some lovely clothes down here. Look at that lot there, Wendy. Really nice. Obviously, you know, obviously aimed at tourists and obviously aimed at at getting trade. But, you know, this is how they make their living, so that's the way it is. There's the old look at that, the waddy dogs and people's dogs chasing other dogs, and but it's got to be said that there is a lot of cats around as well. You look down there, and then you go all the way around to looking down there. This Medina is absolutely huge. And then all the way down there with a massive eclectic mix of people, like just the old guy who just in there, the Gurner. You do get him, obviously. And as you go down there out of the souk or the Medina, which you've just been in, you start going to the walled part. I mean, it's all walled, but it starts to be more obvious, the battlements that surround Essaouira. It's another one of those cities it was a walled city, and then, you know, modern buildings have spewed over the top, and the old walled city has been consumed. You can buy beer. Now that is unusual. We went to Carrefour yesterday in Essaouira, and we bought crate at 24.
Yeah, with one missing.
Crate at 24. Yeah, the guy took one out to scan it, and then didn't put it back in the crate. So basically, we took the 23 back to the motorhome, put it in the motorhome. And then we were one short, so I went back and he swore blind, obviously, that he'd given us it. That was quite expensive, that crate of beer, so we won't be doing that regularly. Right, let's have a look in these ramparts, shall we? So Essaouira is, you know, renowned for its views and scenery, and it doesn't disappoint.
I think through that way is probably better.
Okay, we'll go have a wander through it.
There's more there. And
okay.
like this paving.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
They've knocked those in and then filled it in with concrete, not sand.
Yeah. We're getting some work done at our house, and it's really weird conversations we have every now and again. Instead of going to beautiful scenery, ocean views and battlements, it's look how they've constructed this path. Have they used, because we've just had our driveway done, and Evan used sand to fill in the cracks, and this one they filled in the cracks with concrete. So we're going to walk through here, because that's not what you're watching this video for. You're watching it to get the views from Essaouira. Oh my god. Whew. Look at that, look what you walk into. Yeah, let's have a look over here. Casa Verde restaurant. Yeah, Essaouira, I mean, it does not disappoint. And you can see why it's one of the most recommended places in Morocco, sorry. You can have a look over here. So over to the left hand side, there's the beaches, you got the kite surfers, and that beach just seems to go on forever. You can just see over the top. But this side you get the views of the battlements, and there's people on top of there, Wendy, so we'll have to walk up there and then we'll see what sights there are. So Wendy's just been helping out doing some photography, but while she's doing that, it's low tide, which is quite good actually. Just capturing more views. Obviously, we're going to have a walk over to there if we can. So basically, the fishermen have just landed and they're offloading all their wares, and these seagulls are going crazy to get the what's left of the fish guts. He's just chucking it all out onto the tops. But they are pooing everywhere, so we've got to be really careful of that. But if you're scared of seagulls, this is probably not the place to come actually, because they're about 2 meters away, not far at all. So as you go through from where we saw the seagulls over the top there, you come to the other side, and you see this. It's 50 dirhams to get into that, I don't know, guard point castle out there, but we're going to walk along here first before we go up in the battlements. Size of that harbour, shit, that's big. Whoa. Well, as far as sights in Morocco is concerned, this has definitely got them all. If it's one of the recommendations I do so far, having been to down the Atlantic coast, it'd be definitely come to Essaouira. She's got all these brilliant views. Okay. It's also called Mogador, this place. So if you see it on some of the maps called it Mogador, that's what some of the locals call it. Wendy's shopping. The size of those crabs there, size of fish. Absolutely just fresh out the water this morning.
Hello, Alibaba.
Alibaba. Whoa, look at the size of that lobster, man. Whoa.
Spider crab. Big. Thanks.
Hi, how are you?
The lobsters are moving. You want to have some fish for lunch?
Maybe on the way out.
Yeah, maybe later if you want to come by, then there is fish for we do grill.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, they grill it as well. Well, maybe we do have some then on the way out. That's what they're sitting down there for. So you choose your fish, they grill it, and they serve it up on benches down there. God, smell! If you had smell-o-vision, it'd be fantastic. The smell of just cooking fish, you know. And all these selling their wares all the way down here. Morocco doesn't disappoint in Essaouira. Look at all this lovely fish. I mean, Wendy and I are massive fish fans anyway, so to this it starts to salivating already. In fact, tonight for evening meal we've got some of the prawns that we bought from Quilidia. We froze those in the motorhome, so defrosted them, put them in the fridge. We'll have them with a salad tonight. Let's see what's up there, shall we? We'll climb up on the ramparts. Again, see absolutely fantastic views of the old walls of Essaouira. Going around the bay, which that's an old outstation there. And then all the way around to island over there, and the remainder of the harbour there. And then you get all these lovely sands full of kite surfers all the way up to there before the city starts, before the walled city starts. Wow, this is one of those places I'll probably never forget. It just overwhelms the emotions. Proper Game of Thrones stuff, you know. Game of Thrones, some of it was filmed here, and you can see why. You can really see why. Let's go up here. Oh, little kitchen. So we've just had a meal. We had lunch, and basically you choose the fish that you want to be cooked. We had 2 fishes and salad and 2 bottles of Coke. It came to 300 dirham, which is a fantastic price, and it was lovely and flavoursome. But as normal, we promised ourselves we're going to take a picture before we demolish the meal. But as soon as the meal comes, it gets demolished almost straight away. But it's the lovely, you know, just by the side of the harbour there. Any one of the cafes or restaurants does pretty much the same thing. But, yeah, it's really nice. So we're going to go up here. This might be a dead end. Or it might not be, but what I'm trying to do is get as far to the sort of side of the sea as possible. So I'm going to follow this round to the right at the end there, and hopefully it'll take us up onto the ramparts or near the ramparts.
Welcome to our city.
Thank you very much. Oh, look at that through there. Is that? Look at that.
Wow.
Whoa, look at that. That is cool. This is what you get when you go down the little side streets. Look at the roof. It's like an adobe roof. Yeah. So we're going to go around here and round to the right. That was a surprise, wasn't it? See what else we can find around here. And these alleys just lead from one to another. The scenery gets better and better. There's more to see. The new mixing with the old. And the places to eat are fantastic. Let's see what viewpoint we get up here up this ramp. I've been looking for a way to get to the other side of that wall, And it seems as though this may be it. So the old casemates, or casements, now used for shops. At one point they'd be stacked with charges and munitions. Same as Gibraltar. Underneath the walls of Gibraltar you get all these like casements. But I think as we go over here we should be treated with a great view. Quite popular around here. Let's have a look, shall we? More casements. Okay. So this is how you get onto the wall then. There's Wendy. Taking it all in. No, I think he goes through here, look. Oh, did he? Okay, we'll give it a go then. We'll go through here. We'll give it a go. It's oh, it's bloody, she's right as well. It's tiny, built for gnomes. My God, it's windy up here. Very windy, Wendy. Look at that view. We were down there in the harbour. We headed to that fish. And you can walk along top of the walls. And it really is amazing. See all this history mixed in with loads of tourists. I bet the view is... Whoa! What I can see here is very definitely windy, isn't it? Oh, look at that. It's obviously going to lose sound here because it's super windy, but there you go, this is what it's like. So we're walking down off the ramparts now, back down into the Medina, which, as I've said before, is absolutely vast. And there's so much to the eye with all the art and the tourist takeaways, and just you can see to the end of the street there, because I'm quite tall, you can actually see over everyone's heads, looking down all the way down to the, probably not the end of the Medina, just probably a corner. Then you turn right and then go down another long street, but it's not just these long streets, it's all the side streets as well that we have got. That's an example. You could literally wander up there and then get to the end and then turn left and then just get yourself lost. It is quite difficult to get lost though, because you've got the walled city, so wherever you go, if you've got time, you can walk around the fortifications and find your way back to the way you came in. Just follow the way around, but yeah.
For the side of the wall.
Yeah. I keep pointing stuff out. You know, if we had the means of taking stuff back with us, I wanted a footrest, like a leather-clad footrest, but it was massive. And what I don't want to be doing is carrying a, we call them a bunty, around with me for the rest of the day. So that would just look weird. You need some way of taking it with you, or taking it out to the car park, leaving it in the car, and then coming back in and carrying to look around. And of course we've got to go on a bus as well at 4 o'clock back to Sidi Kaouki, where we are going to stay the night and maybe stay tomorrow. We haven't decided yet. So really
Moroccan roll. Sorry.
Moroccan.
Moroccan roll.
Does it say that?
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, that's cool, isn't it?
Cool.
Yeah, nice camper van.
Yeah.
With about 30 surfboards on top of it. So if you're going to come to Morocco, Essaouira definitely needs to be on your list. Even for the fact of the history and the walls and the medina, just looking round, taking it all in. And if you were to stay at Sidi Kaouki, like we did, and get the bus, afternoon, you can you get the bus in. You get the bus in at 10:15.
Yeah, it cost you 8 dirhams.
But it did set off early, so don't get that at 10:15 because you're going to miss it. Get there at, I don't know, 10 to 10 and you'll catch it. That's what I want to take with me. Those square, we call them, where around I live, call them bunties, but like footrests, like a leather footrest. YouTube. Yeah. Film all this because it'll become boring after a while. So I'm pretty much going to stop filming the Medina or souk, depends, or the market, depends on where the world you are watching this from. So I'm going to stop filming now because I think that's enough, but you get the general idea. Absolutely massive souk in Essaouira.